the crowds, which kind of make it just such a spectacle towards the end. And then, yeah, the finish in Bergamo. So I don't know where Pogacar's going to kick this off. We saw it, going pretty early in European champs. We saw him going early in the world champs as well. Both of those with at least 70 odd kilometers left to go. So it's not out of the remit that Pogacar might go even as early as the Passo della Croqueta, but more than likely, I think it'll be on the Passo di Ganda. Do you think that's right? Or do you think he's just going to go from even earlier?
I mean, the way we've seen the European Championships, the World Championships as well in Rwanda, he's gone from 45, 48 kilometers out in the past as well. So, yeah, it's whatever he feels at the moment. He is the favorite, obviously. But, yeah, I mean, people say that we hate Pogacar, but in any other race, there is kind of the uncertainty. This one, 100% record. I can't think of any rider who's had a 100% record in any race. In the 5th edition, it's pretty remarkable, this record.
I was thinking even earlier today how ridiculous it is where if Pogacar wins this, he will have in one season won Flanders, he will have won Liège-Bastogne-Liège, the Tour de France, World Champs, European Champs, and also, not only that, won Strade Bianchi and finished on the podium of Milano-San Remo and Paris-Roubaix. So finishing on the podium of all of the monuments. It's probably a season that would be, it's not one which I've ever seen since I've started watching cycling, to be frank. And I don't think you'd see anything better, to be honest.
Yeah, I think you have to dip into the Merckx era, the Bernardino. I don't even think Bernardino comes anywhere close to that level of consistency. But yeah, no, you're right. Absolutely astonishing this year. And this could be the crown moment, unless he goes to the Tour of Hongji as well to just get some Chinese wins as well. Who knows? I mean, he's been winning. I think, is Asia one of the only continents he hasn't won on this year? He didn't go to the Tour Down Under, so.
No, yeah, true. Asia is the last frontier for Pogacar. He's probably won the Singapore Criterium or something though, hasn't he? The dress-up criteriums.
Would you not just go to China for a week? I love how we're in Lombardia. We're not talking about the race, but yeah.
No, I don't think I would do. It's a long way, Scott.
What is the threat to him, really? Who do you think the team's going to be as well? We've seen Isaac Del Toro absolutely hoovering up the one-day races. He was superb in the Giro d'Emilia. I don't know if you watched it, but the way he just drilled or kind of reeled it back Pidcock on the last steep San Luca steepest slope was absolutely remarkable. So, yeah, and then obviously I think this is going to be Juan Ayuso's potential last race for them unless he gets punished and sent to China. So, yeah, could there be some infighting with them? We saw Del Toro working for Pogacar in the World Championships. Unofficially.
Yeah, officially, unofficially. Will there be infighting? I think only infighting in the sense that Ayuso may just ride for himself rather than necessarily riding for the team. But to be honest with you, that's just kind of standard Ayuso. I don't really think that's too different to what we've seen him be doing. So I think it'll just seem pretty business as usual. Like you say, I think Poggy, Ayuso, Del Toro, I think Micah and Adam Yates are down as well at the moment. So I want to say it wouldn't surprise me if you see UAE with 4 in the top 10. Probably only Micah out of those 5 names, I would say, yeah, wouldn't be in the top 10. Maybe he even could be. Maybe that's going to be their goal this year. So let's see if we can get everybody from our start list into the top 10. That, I think, is going to be pretty much the strongest team. We don't have a full start list at all at the moment. It's very, very sparse. But you can pretty much guarantee that UAE is going to be the strongest.
I mean, even Aaron Yates taking a win as well in these one-day races. Okay, they're not going to get to the 100 win, which even they've surpassed the HTC Colombia one anyway, of was it 85, and they're way above that now. So this is probably going to be a win. Maybe they get 1 or 2 stages in the Tour of Hongji. But I mean, that aside, Patrick, we're talking about everything but the race here. Tadej Pogacar, how do you see him winning it in 2025?
I think he will. I don't think he's going to go from like 80Ks out of a Paso dello Croqueta just because it's like 6% average, and I just don't think he would do. Because Evenepoel was good the other day, and we'll get onto him in due time, but I don't think you can just take it for granted that Poggy's is going to ride away again on a climb which isn't that steep. I think he will realistically wait for the Paso de Ganda just because that last bit it averages like 8.7%, and it's just more of a surefire place where the team can really put the pace on. He can use his whole team and then, really just do a Pogacar attack off the back of that. It's just kind of like seeing the douches after that. I'll see you boys back of a team bus. So I think that's realistically where he will attack. I don't see them doing anything too complicated, trying to, do satellite riders or, trying to get everybody on the podium. I think they will just keep it kind of fairly Route 1, just go for Pogacar, and everybody else can fight for their own results behind him to try and do as best as they can.
Yeah, lock at the podium might be on the cards, like you said. But I mean, Juan Ayuso, the European Championships, lost out to Paul Cesar. We're going to talk about him as well. But I don't see Juan Ayuso as this big threat. I see Del Toro as a threat potentially, but I don't think he's going to stab him in the back.
No, I don't think it will either. Even the belief of perhaps is Pogacar going to, be charitable and give it to, gift it to Del Toro. I just think that somebody who's won it for him bounty is about to equal the record of Fausto Coppi. That's just not going to happen. There's no way gifting's going to happen in this. Poggy's going to take it, and he's not going to, pull any punches, even for somebody who he's good friends with. But going back to Ayuso, I think that European champs really showed that he is somewhat capable of following the move initially, but once it goes on for like 2 minutes, he's gone. At that point, we saw it at World Champs. He was able to follow it on Kigali, but he wasn't on the murder Kigali. So I think that Ayuso won't really be able to do much, although his descending is exceptional. It is worth noting. He is a very good descender, probably I think better than Pogacar. So whether he could bring back time on the descent, I don't know. It's possible, but I think it's quite unlikely that he will be able to pull back enough time to get Pogacar.
Yeah, I think you're right there. But we might as well switch the focus to the man who I think this is his last race as well for the team. Soudal Quickstep's Remco Evenepoel. Maybe he'll also be sent to the Tour of Guangxi. Matthias Norsgaard on his podcast says everyone who is leaving the team is normally sent to the Tour of Guangxi as a bit of a punishment for leaving the team. So that's why are we going to see Remco and Juan Ayuso at the Tour of Guangxi? That would be very funny. But I mean, that would make the edition, the race a lot more interesting if those two went. That aside, we mentioned that race far too much in Lombardia preview. Patrick, Remco Evenepoel, almost the carbon copy result in both Rwanda and in France as well. He was the last man. Okay, he had all those bike problems, or you said bike problems in Rwanda with the saddle. Well, no, not you, the mechanic. You're just the messenger. But in the European Championships there, I thought he would be fine. Those two were very quickly the last two riders.